Well, hello everybody and welcome back here to my channel where I play Planet Zoo. My name is Nisse, and as you can see here, I actually made a few habitats ready for today. Because we're actually going to look at the same animal, but we're going to look at 5 mods today. And it was just so we could tell them apart because I can't remember all. So the first mod we have down here is the Green Peafowl. And they basically peafowls that are green. We have the males and the females and the small babies here. They are not that small anymore. When I placed them, I started in this end, so the babies will be smaller when we go down here. Then here in the middle we have the Indian Peafowl, which is the one from the game. As you probably have seen if you have played with them. Blue up here, green down the back, and then the females are green up here and brown down the back. Moving swiftly forward, we have another mod here which called Indian Peafowl, Bronze and Midnight. So we have 2 colors variants in this one mod. I will say though, one of them are put in as a albino. Therefore, they are so difficult to find. I also only think I got the bronze females. They're both bronze. Where's the other female? She's there. They both bronze. Then we have the bronze male here. Very beautiful. And then we have the midnight male, which is one of my favorites. So beautiful. So dark, but still very, very blue. Moving forward here, we have still Indian Peafowl, but this mod is called Indian Peafowl Cameo and Taupe version, which give us this pale colored one, and then this more peachy colored. It's not called peach. We have the peach over here. But we have these 2 color variation here. The females and the males are beautiful. Then we move over here. Then we have the peach one, as I said, and the opal. And the opal is this one over here with the very light colors, and then the blue in the middle. And going back and forth here, there's a bit different. The opal here have the blue spots in the middle, where the what was that? Taupe is that's cameo or taupe, I'm not sure, but it doesn't have the same amount of blue in it. And the peach over here is lighter than this one over here. So there's a bit difference between these 2 packs, but to be honest, you probably don't need them both. Lastly, here we have the Indian Peafowl, Peat and Charcoal. And I'm not sure which is which. Because for me, charcoal is dark blackish. And that's not what we have here. So we have this one, which is a male. And then we got this one, which is a female that doesn't look like that, but it kind of does. I kind of feel like this is a variant closest to the original that we have over here with the blue and the green part on the female. And then we have this light colors, grayish color here with a lot of... It is gray, but it's a lot of different kind of gray here, down here. And then we got the other female here. So we have a lot of different color variation, but all 5 mods. Again, this one is the one for the game. This one is called Green Peafowl, and these 4 are all called Indian Peafowl, but just in different color variation. All of them are made by LeafProductions. So let's head into the Zoopedia, and I will try to go over them in the same order. So when we go in here in the Zoopedia, of course they'll list us as normal. The Green Peafowl here is endangered, and there are 30,000 left of them in the wild. Indian Peafowl, there, this is the one for the game. 100,000 and least concern. I expect all of this information to be the same for the Indian Peafowl from Frontier and the all 4 Indian Peafowl mods from LeafProduction, because again it's the same animal just with different color variation. So it's what I'm expecting. Maybe he learned something that the game doesn't know, or maybe he just changed this for some reason, I can't tell you, but I kind of expect it to be the same. That's actually least concern, but this, yeah, it's the same. Same. So, green flamingo iguana peafowl. There. Lives in Asia, China, Indonesia, India, Laos, Vietnam, Burma, New Guinea. Temperate tropical grassland. One of them needs 60 square feet of land, 10 extra for an extra adult, and 5 extra for extra young. They live from 3 to 42 degrees Celsius, and you need a grade 2 fence, which should be 4 feet 13. And that would be a meter and 20, maybe 30, around that. So we go in here, the Indian Peafowl. Well, it's pretty much this changed, and the landmass changed heavily. So here one adult needs 312 square meters instead of 60. An extra needs 12 extra instead of 10, and a young need 6 extra instead of 5. They live from 3 to 42 degrees Celsius, and you need a 1 meter grade 1 fence, which would be a meter and 25, so that would be the same. Here, the only thing changes for the mods is they go down to the same area needs as the Green Peafowl, which also the mods. And there, this. Oh! There's actually a difference here between the last mods. Down here, because this is in meter and this is in feet, but I think it's around the same. But up here we have just domesticated globally, Asia origin, India origin, and here is just Indian subcontinent Asia on the rest of them. So there's a bit of a difference there. Then over here we have 4 to 20, that's 4 males and 16 females, which is a bummer because I think most of us want to see the males. Like, peafowls are one of the animals where the males are so classy and so beautiful, and yeah, if you don't want babies, you actually don't need the females. To be honest. Yeah, I'm ashamed being a female saying that, but that's the truth. So, bachelor group on 4, and female groups 4 to 16. Unknown. Sorry, confident with humans, and guests can enter their habitat. I actually know some zoos that actually just have a couple of peafowls going around the entire zoo. That would, in the game you need to mark an area with these non-barrier to be able to do that, and you need to make sure that you don't have an habitat entrance in that area. But you can actually do that. I did do that with, I had this big entrance where you went over a bridge, over a water, a lake, I think, with what's it called, waterfalls and that, and then I just had the peafowls running around in that area, and that works perfectly. But it is a bit finicky to do in the game, but and I would recommend you using escape off. I always place with that because sometimes it's a glitch that makes your animal escape, and that's just stupid. Sides, they're both males and females are 3 feet long. That's around a meter, but they have this 9 feet width trail. The males, which means the trail is 6 feet. That's 2 meters long. Wow, they live for 30 years and they weigh around, the males weigh around 11 pounds, which would be 5.5 kilo, and the females is 2.6, which would be 1.3 kilos. They reach sexual maturity at 4, and they can reproduce until they die. They will give between 2 and 6 offsprings every year, and they incubate the eggs for 1 month. They should be easy to get to reproduce in captivity. And now I actually did the whole side without taking the others, so we hope I'm not confusing anyone here. Here we get a bit more information. Up here is the same, but we have here males are territorial and they are polyamorous. Still confident about humans, so humans can enter, so that's the same. 1 meter and 10 centimeters, that's roughly the same. This would be the size without trail, I think. I'm not sure, but I think. This would be, yeah, 1 meter is around 3 feet. So here you have, yeah, 3 feet would be right in the middle of the males and females. These don't live for 30 years, but 23 years, and they weigh around 3 kilos and 5 kilos and 3 kilos. So this is the same, but the females here are heavier compared with the Green Peafowl, and these reach sexual maturity a year before the greens, which would be at age 3, but still until this, and the rest of it is the same. So we're just going to go over here. This is a copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, the same. Here, the same, the same. Oh, here's difference. The Peafowl assist dominance by participating the bacon contest at the county fair. What? Do I read that right? The Peafowl, so it's not both of them. As I said, there's 2 colored here, the peat and the charcoal. And the peat, one of them, assists dominance by participating in baking contest as at the county fair. I think that might be a joke that I just don't understand. But here you can see polyamorous and male tutorial, and here the mating system are unknown. So this is difference. That's the same. That's roughly the same. Oh, they only live for 16 years. And they are a little heavier, and here the males and females weigh the same. 4 years, so that's the same as the green one. But the rest of it is the same. So the peat and charcoal actually conflict a bit with the rest of them, but the rest of them are copy paste from the Indian Peafowl from the game, which copy pasting here isn't bad because it's the same animal again. It's kind of like if you have a golden retriever, you're gonna have a golden retriever, you can have a white golden retriever, you can have a dark golden retriever, but it's all still golden retrievers. Yeah, bad example, sorry. So we go up here to the Green Peafowl and jump over here. It's have interspecies enrichment only with the Indian Peafowl from the game, so not the rest of his mods. Again, it's all these mods are from LeafProductions, the same person, so he could possibly have given them interspecies enrichment with each other, but maybe he didn't expect us to use all of these mods at once, because I don't think anyone would choose to have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10 different colors of peafowl in the same zoo, so that might be why. The Indian Peafowl here actually have with all of the mods, which I love, but the mods again they only have with the one from the game. Enrichments wise, we have over here, and it's the same for all of them, and it is the same as the one from the game. So we have here the mirror thingy, the sprinkler thingy, herb scent marker, foliage box enrichment, and this slow feeder. Sorry, it was a bit big to put over here. But let's get a close up here. The green one are actually lying down in a weird way here. I assume that the only thing he changed on the animal itself was the color. I assume they're all the same size. He used the same model, the same animation, the same everything. I assume. But what don't we take a close up here with the green one? It looks golden under here, which is beautiful. These feathers are not all connected, but it's not bad. It looks like it was supposed to be placed all of these a millimeter more this way, then it would have worked. Yeah. Here you can see it actually placed in layers and layers here, and not like feathers. Which isn't bad. Again, if you have seen my videos the last couple of weeks here, feathers just doesn't work in this game, which is sad, but it's the truth. Here we have some real nice feathers compared with the rest of the game, but it's still... Oh, it's actually... It looks like they are placed individually on top of each other, which is new, but does the... Yeah, I only put them in here for comparisons. Oh, that's actually different. Yeah, here. Yeah, they are also placed on top of each other. So it is mainly a copy paste again. Again, not a bad thing. Why don't we use what works from the game and only change the things that we want to change? So I think it's perfect. Then all of these eyes, and yes, I call them eyes because the reason why the males does this big thing with the tail is for two reasons. Three reasons, honestly. One is to show the girls that I'm pretty. One is to show the other males I'm prettier than you. And one is if some carnivores get close to them, then they put off these feathers, because all of these eyes looks like eyes. So it looks like some massive beast with a lot of eyes, which I personally love. But again, over here we have the green and blue combination. It's called the green, but it have all of the blues as well, which I love. I only think, I didn't search that much for it, but I only think the Green Peafowl have this one color, and it won't be able to breed with the others because the game recognizes it as different animals, and that's also with the Indian Peafowls. Even though we know it's the same animal, you need both males and females of the same mod to be able to reproduce with them, but you can use the same two color variation in the same mod. The babies here are fairly boring, just brown and kind of looks... You could just place one of these and think it was a completely different bird. So in here, I won't waste too much time in here. This was the one from the game, which looks, the babies looks a lot the same, like it's also a copy paste over here. So, and again, if you just want to use these from the game, that's 100% okay. I just want to show you the difference. Then over here we have the bronze, and I think all of the babies are bronze. When it comes to these variations, they are not put in as color variation. It's put in as one of them is the albino, which is hard to find. So to get, I think here I only get the midnight male and not the female, but the rest of them I got both male and females in both colors. And I think I have bought 300 Peafowls at this point to make sure I could find them, because they are hard to find when you buy them. You can breed them, of course, if you got some already, but they are more difficult to get your hands on. Here, this bronze, we go down here and take a look. I love that pink color in the eyes here. And then it have this more golden bronze here and the reddish bronze there. It is beautiful, but here you can see it is exactly the same, just put another color on it, and I'm pretty sure that the midnight here is the same. Again, this one looks a bit like hair, but it's the same on all of them, so I am not mad about it. Also because to be honest, on Peafowls, this is what really matters, and this is gorgeous. I love it. I love it so much. This is so. Personally, I'm not more into pink than blue, but it's so beautiful. Also, notice the rainbow coloring here. It's so subtle, but it is there. You have the yellow, you have the green, you have the purple, you have the pink. I love it. I love this variation, but sadly we don't have a female in it. Here you can see the babies are also exactly the same, just a lighter color here. I like these ones. Again, it's not the mother who made that. It's again from the game. Then we went over here and we have the Cameo and Taupe, I think it's pronounced. So we got the whitish color here, which is gorgeous. I'm not going, for the rest of them, I'm not going to get these close up of the everything, because it is, you can see here again, it is precisely the same layering, the same feathers, it's the same, just another coloration, so we're not gonna talk more about that. But I love these colorations also, it's beautiful, and the females actually bring something new over here, that they aren't just brown and boring. Here it's lighter. Again, if you have 1,000 of these, it would be more difficult. I forgot to tell you, I think you noticed, but the midnight here is the albino and the bronze one is the normal one. Over here I'm pretty sure that it's this one. Again, I'm not sure what's Cameo and what's Taupe, but it's this variation over here, that's the normal one, and then it's the light one, that's the albino. It's excellent. That made sense. Over here, the female, this version of the females just doesn't bring the same to the game as this version of the females, in my opinion. Again, because we have different colors of browns already of the females. It is a lighter brown than we already had. But it isn't, brown just isn't that new. Jumping over here, I actually personally like this version more than this, because the brownish, the peachy color here is more vibrant Then the one over here, this one is kind of boring. Like if you have the peach color and it got too much dust on it, it would become that color. So I actually like this color more, but it's a personal choice. I love the fact that the orange or almost reddish part up here, and then it's just fade down in different colors of peach. I don't think this Peafowl actually would survive that well in the wild, because again they have this defense with the eyes back here, and the eyes just aren't visible over here, so that wouldn't actually be good for the animal in the wild. The female here in the peach color here again doesn't bring that much new to the game, but it's a Peafowl female. Then we got the Opal one over here. Can you just go out here? No, I'm talking a bit fast about them today, but again we have a lot of buddies to go over here. Oh, it have purple eyes? And I didn't notice that. That's actually real cute. But you wouldn't notice if you, again, you normally don't get any closer than this when you play, so you wouldn't notice. But yeah, again, same exact thing, just with the paint job. But again, I actually like the female over here a bit more than the female here, but again, personal choice. But the male here is so much better than the male over here. Look at the eyes here on the tails. They are so beautiful. I love this. And if you haven't seen Peafowls in real life and think this texture is weird, they actually look like that. I don't know if I can find a picture of a feather here and put on the screen so you can see it. But they do look like that. These feathers are nothing like the feathers down here. They are uniquely in that way. Also the purple eyes and the deep blue color here, and it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful creature. And then we go to the last color here, which the one variation here we have peat and charcoal. I assume this is peat, which kind of reminds us of the ones for the games. This just have the white spotting in here, where we find the female from over here. You can see here, if you just put in some white here and here, it's mostly the same, not exactly, but mostly. And if you go here and find the male, then it has the white in the middle, and it kind of looks like it's on purpose, because it still have the green down here in the around the eyes, and the blue in the eyes and blue out here. So it's kind of, for me, it kind of looked like if this one got a baby with this one, which happens. Again, in real life, these animals can all breed with each other because it's same animal, just a different color. And the Green Peafowl is another subspecies, which would be like a Labrador and a Dalmatian got a baby. It would still happen. It would look different from both of them, but it would still happen. And then down here we have what I assume is the charcoal, which have this gray color with this white part up here. Again, we have a tail that doesn't look that scary for many animals, but it's still beautiful. I love this. They're beautiful. So yeah, I did wait to make the move till now, because basically it's the same exact thing he put on again and again, just with a different paint job. So which one should you choose? To be honest, if you don't care use the one from the game. If you don't care, if you don't think it's so important that I have a specific coloration, use the one from the game. You don't have to go in and find the one mod. You don't have to download anything. You can just use it. It's there. But if you fall in love with one of these color variations, then you use that. Again, when you go into the shop, you will have a hard time finding the ones that are the placed as the what's it called, albinos. Here you can see I go in for the one bronze and midnight, and there's no blue here at all. Over here we have the Cameo and Taupe, only the brown ones. Then we have the peach and opal. Here we only have the opal, and the opal here looks very blue, the males. Compared with this, I think it's more gray blue here. And the color variation here seems more stronger. Contrast here, white to blue, than it does in real life. It does look like this over here more. So here it was actually the peach that was the albino, and then we have the last one, which is the peat and charcoal. And here we actually have one of them up here, which is the charcoal female. We have one, but the males are both peat, and so are the other female. So you have to put in the time and the work if you really specifically want one of the albinos. So I would assume if you only want the midnight one, don't want any of these, use one of the others, because it's difficult to find. Again, I bought 300 to get 4 different mods. They are albinos, and I actually gave up with the female over here. But it's totally up to you. Get the color variation you like. That's the important part. And to be honest, if you don't, sometimes when we play, we can be so busy because of all of the animal reproduce that fast. So if it is, then you can just get maybe 2 or 3 of the, I would probably not get both that and that, but give maybe 3 of them, maybe over here, and put them in together, but only the males. Then you would have so many different colors, but get rid of the baby issue. If that's something you want. Beautiful tail up there, you can see, but again, they don't recognize each other as Peafowls, so therefore they won't do anything the much or the animals across from each other. So yeah, sorry, I've been talking way too much today, so I just want to tell you, I really hope I help you decide which peafowl you want to use. Again, they're all made by LeafProductions, and I think he changed exactly what he needed to change when he made the mods, but he kept all of the good stuff. Again, copy paste isn't a bad thing when we do mods. It's a good thing if you keep the good stuff and change the bad stuff, or if you change what needs to be changed. But it's copy paste is only a bad thing if you want to make a completely different animal. So yeah, 6 different peafowls, and again, only 2 different, but you know what I mean. 5 mods today, and I hope I help you decide which one to pick. My name is Nissa, and I really hope you had fun, or at least learned something here today. And guys, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, and turn on the bell notification so you know the next time I upload a video. I really hope to see you again. I'll link in the comments below. or in the next video. Bye guys!